model is a way of structuring student nurse placements so that they get more involved in the actual patient care of the people in their care, and also more involved in the clinical decision making. And it's based on a coaching approach.
The CLiP model has been trialled nationally in general hospital settings, but is relatively unknown in mental health inpatient settings. We are the first mental health trust to trial CLiP in a child and adolescent mental health unit, and we've trialled it very successfully. We ran a 5-week pilot of the CLiP model in September this year, and we would just sincerely like to thank everybody that's been involved.
There have been quite a few changes to the new standards for education for nurses, and I think this is because the NMC realised that we need to develop the management and leadership skills of our future nurses. So in order to do that, they are encouraging much more of a coaching approach, and that fits very well with the CLiP model.
The reason why we wanted to trial the CLiP model at Pebble Lodge is because Pebble is very good at starting new initiatives, and we feel that we're very creative and innovative in the things that we do at Pebble Lodge, and we wanted to be the first ones in the UK to try CLiP in a CAMS unit.
When I first heard that I was going to be part of the CLiP model, I was actually quite looking forward to it. I'd never had a placement with another student, so it was almost an opportunity to benchmark myself against someone. Yeah, I was really excited about it.
When I first heard about the CLiP model, I was quite anxious about it, and I think that was because I didn't really feel like I knew enough about the CLiP model probably, and also for me, I've always probably put quite a lot of pressure on myself to get a CAMS placement because I've been really looking forward to it. So to hear that I was going to have the CLiP worried me, because I thought, oh no, is this going to stop my learning opportunities? I'd always been quite lucky previously as a student. I'd always been the only one on the ward, so I thought, how's this going to work? How's it going to work with 6 of us on this ward, and is it going to, is it going to affect my learning?
I found implementing the CLiP model at Pebble Lodge really positive. I think I've been really impressed by how well it's improved the learning experience for students. I think they've come on leaps and bounds. We've seen things about their leadership, about their management, about their skills in general, which you just haven't seen with students under the traditional model.
I found the CLiP model very interesting. I really enjoyed working with 6 very talented students. I also enjoyed the time that we spent with the students on seeing how they can develop their own skills and looking at how they can be reflective in their own practice and how they can make changes that are meaningful to them.
I think the staff have been actually amazing, considering we all came into this, it was all unknown for us all, it was new for all of us, and in that sense it was actually quite nice because we've worked as a team, we've worked together. I think some of the coaches have been more confident just because they perhaps knew a bit more about the CLiP model, but everyone's come forward, worked as a team, and I think especially when we've been able to do our debriefs at the beginning and at the end of the shift, that's been really helpful for the coaches as well as the students, because we've all known where we stand and how to manage a shift, how to move forward, how to make the next day better.
I think that the CLiP model has enhanced my leadership skills by giving me an opportunity to look at myself, strengths I have, weaknesses I have, and to be able to sort of develop that in the micro team and be able to push that forward.
I think the most useful aspects of CLiP has been that each student can learn at a pace that suits them, because everyone's at different stages of their learning journey. It's not like a one-size-fits-all approach, and the student can get a pace that suits them. So.
I found it really good experience working alongside 5 of my peers for CLiP, mainly because being on placement with other people that are at the same level of you, know what you're going through, you can bounce off them, they can bounce off you, you can give them support and you get support reciprocated, and also creating a safe space to vent, to reflect, which perhaps you wouldn't do in a team that isn't familiar to you, is a massive positive of being with peers.
The CLiP model has benefited my learning because it's given me the opportunity to work alongside some of my peers at university. It gives you sort of a blanket, like a comfort blanket, to sort of test those skills out with someone that's in the same position as you. Not working with someone that's maybe a bit more authoritative, it's less confrontational nearly. I feel like it's really helped me develop my leadership and management skills as well, because I've been able to test my skills against my peers rather than going out there, and it is quite scary to ask people to do things. So yeah, it's been really helpful.
I feel as though the CLiP has improved my confidence. It has allowed me more autonomy. It has allowed me much more time to reflect on what I'm doing as a student nurse. As someone who doesn't really have that much confidence, I feel like that kind of constant reflection and kind of feedback from my peers has certainly kind of prompted me to kind of address those kind of weaknesses and to really kind of help me flourish in this environment.
I think for me, the biggest learning opportunity that it's offered me is that it's really been able to develop my leadership and management skills. So we've been talking a lot, like reflecting back, we've been talking a lot about our micro team. So within our micro team, it's almost been like a safe space for us to be able to practice delegation, giving encouragement without anyone without feeling embarrassed, I suppose, because often you go into a nursing placement and the band 5 and the band 6s, you feel that they're so much more competent and confident than you, and you sometimes don't feel best placed to be sort of like delegating tasks when you're nurse in charge. But within the micro team, you feel like in a comfortable space to be able to do that, and it's definitely enabled me to develop those skills, so I've left feeling more confident.
I found the coaching approach to be a mixed bag. It's been really helpful in sort of allowing me to sort out my own style of doing things and my own way of doing things, but also perhaps there's a little bit to it that you need a little bit more touch base with the coaches, but I think generally it works really well. It definitely pushes you forward to stand out in front of your coach or your mentor as it used to be and lead it.
I would say the most useful aspect of the CLiP model is greater reflection, reflecting with peers, reflecting on my own skills, my own abilities, my own weaknesses as well has probably been the most difficult, but the most I've got from CLiP is all those areas where you feel uncomfortable, but then you seek support to grow in those areas as well as areas that you're already strong in.
I would really like to see CLiP rolled out over Dorset Healthcare. It has been so beneficial to me. I feel like I was quite lacking confidence when I started this placement, and CLiP's been so helpful just to work alongside my peers. We've been really supportive of each other, really encouraging, and yeah, just being part of that like smaller team with your peers, it's really helpful.
So the advice I would give to fellow students about the CLiP model is to see it as positive and to grab it with both hands, and to make sure that you approach coaches or learning assessors for feedback, and you really are in need of your learning and you do need to be proactive.
My recommendations to sort of other colleagues, other partners in Dorset Trust, if they're thinking about implementing the CLiP model, would be just to do it. We had concerns about it before it started, natural concerns, just thinking about not wanting to affect patient care, not wanting to reduce the student experience. But there is honestly so much to gain from this. We're going to carry on doing it. I'd recommend other people to carry on doing it, and you're just going to have a great experience.